Good morning, good morning, good morning, my peeps. Mi gente. Like I see in some of those Mexican wrestling things. Okay. Ooh, I just snorted. Okay, so I'm a snorter. I am. I'm not even gonna lie. It all started because absolutely loved Family Matters and Steve Urkel. Absolutely loved, right? So because I love it so much, I was like, oh, I think it's the funniest thing ever. Oh, let me try doing, and then I became a snorter. It took practice. Then I became a snorter, and now I'm a snorter, and I'm hooked. I can't. I think I have something in my hair, and so I just do it, just naturally. So, how's your morning? Story time. Why is it story time? Because I have foot and mouth syndrome. But luckily, I have some really good friends. So, here's my story. Okay. So, I have a friend, and he's a really good friend. We work together, and he and I started the same day at work. He is an awesome person, just absolutely awesome person. And let's see. And so we've known each other over 6 years. Yeah, over 6 years. So I would say he's one of my cool friends, my closest friend. One of my closest friends. So anywho, uh, closest ish, like definitely at work we're the closest. And then we talk outside of work once in a while, whenever we have to or whatever. But normally we do most of our talking at work. I call him my work husband. And well, actually now he's my ex work husband. And so anywho, fast forward. So I wasn't feeling well last week, and I ended up in the hospital. Uh, and we're gonna not talk about that right now. So, anyways, so I was in a hospital, and I had a lot of people worried about me. I had a couple of my friends worried about me. One of my best friends, my other best friend, and his whole family, and of course, my family, and well, the ones that knew, uh, you know, they were concerned about me. Most people, other people didn't know, and that's okay. Not everybody needs to know. Anywho, but these were closer people. So my friend was actually um, out because we're each other's backups at work. So whenever he's out, I'm his backup, and whenever I'm out, he's my backup. So that day, he was out for a few days, and I was his backup, and I was, doing his work and all that. Well, I get sick. I end up in the hospital overnight, and then the next day, and then I finally get to leave. That next day in the evening time, and so I wondered why he didn't even call me, because technically I'm his backup and I didn't do the work. So I was thinking, well, maybe he would have called me, whatever. Okay. So I didn't say anything, but whatever. The whole weekend passed. That was last Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. And then Thursday, Friday, whatever. The weekend just passed. So today is Monday. And so I was like, I'm mad at him because he didn't call me, not even to send me a text to say, hey, were you all right? So I was like, I'm going to be mad at him, right? But then I started thinking the good things he's done in the past, when there's another hospital situation, not with me, but he was there with his wife, and, it was really thoughtful. And I was like, you know what? Apparently I'm counting, because I'm that petty. I was counting. Well, this time he was, this one he wasn't. And so, so I was like, well, I'm not going to be as mad, because he was there when I needed him emotionally for emotional support. So I was like, with his wife. So, I'm going to give him points for that. So, so today he calls me because we have to catch up each other on like what one did and, to make sure our customers are taken care of. So we're like, trying to, I knew that call was coming. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be mad at him because he didn't call me, blah, 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 blah. He didn't text me. I was so mad. Well, so he gets into his little spiel. He ring. He calls Tams and he's like, hey, hey little buddy, how? And I'm like, don't you? Now you're trying to be all smart. Now now you're trying to care about me. He's like, ho. He interrupted me. I interrupted him. He interrupted me. That's how our friendship is. Like, we could be real with each other. We could be totally real with each other. Like, I'm like, I don't know about you, and he's like, well, you are just not. We got it. We. It's like almost like an old married couple. Like, we just say our shit to each other. Anywho, so I was like, I'm mad at you. Like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, no. We ain't gonna go there. He's like, because I called you. And I was like, no, you didn't. He's like, yes, I did. So this was going back and forth. And I was like, I'm just like hurt because you didn't even call me and blah, 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 blah. He's like, no. So we both started going through our phones at the same time. We're like, wait, I'm gonna find that. He's like, I'm gonna find that phone call because I know I made it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna find that phone call that you did not make, or I'm not gonna find it. So we're both scrolling, him on his side, me on over here. This happened like not so long ago. Anywho, so we're both scrolling, and then I come and I'm like, so I'm here all mad, like bitchy and stuff, and then I'm like, oh well, darn, you did call me then. Just kidding. He's like, I know, I was calling you, and I was like, oh darn, my bad. It was totally my bad. And he's like, oh, see, I'm at work. So he's like, see, I called you, and I was like, no, for the mouse syndrome, I got it. I always have. Oops. But to be fair, my phone is a really bad phone. It doesn't give me messages. It doesn't, like, I miss stuff all the time. Like, all the time. I have a shitty phone, apparently, since, like, day one. After I changed carriers. And it doesn't work the way, I swear. That's why I have another phone with Verizon to use on emergency situations, because the first phone that I'm still paying for, by the way, doesn't work, and like half the time. So, I do miss a lot of messages or phone calls, and I don't even know. So I was looking at my phone and I was like, just kidding, I'm not mad at you anymore. So he's like, I can't believe you thought I wouldn't call you. And I was like, well, I'm just saying, like, you gotta call buddy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm your buddy. So I felt better after that, because I was like, it was all me. I was like, well, guess what? I made chocolate covered strawberries the other day, and I didn't get them for you because, like, I was mad at you. Well, actually, that wasn't really the reason. I had a hard time making those chocolate covered strawberries. That's the reason why I didn't make more than I wanted to. Anywho, and then I was like, well, actually, I was counting off points because I was like, I'm mad at you, but then I was giving you points because that one time when you went to the hospital with you and your wife, I added points, but then I was subtracting, then adding, blah, 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 blah. He started laughing. He's like, of course you would. I'm like, well, but, we still love you. So I felt like foot and mouth syndrome hit me again. So you out there, I'm sure you've had some foot and mouth syndrome. Tell me the time that you've had foot and mouth syndrome like I have. I have it all the time, apparently. Tell me of the time. Oh, that reminds me another foot and mouth syndrome. I guess I'll tell you another little quick story. So, uh, okay, before foot and mouth syndrome, also call somebody. Just call somebody that you haven't called in a while. That's a challenge. That's a challenge. That's a challenge for me to you. Call somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. They might need you around. They might need, like, maybe they're going through something and they won't reach out to you because maybe they're either embarrassed or maybe they're not embarrassed. They just don't want to talk to you because there could be petty, like, sometimes, I'm not always petty, but sometimes I do have my pettiness. Sometimes. So, or there could be multiple reasons why they're not reaching out to you. And you might say, well, it's their fault, blah, blah, but maybe they either feel embarrassed or don't feel embarrassed, but they're petty, or maybe, they just need a little push. So call them. Say, hey, it's me. I haven't talked to you. It's fulanita, or in English, fulanita? I don't know. Fulanita means like, oh, like that. I don't know how to. Forget it. Look it up. Go on Google. Fulanita. Fulanita. Let me Google that shit. Fulanita in English. Flanita? I swear I'm not lying. Flanita. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. No. Meaning. Let's put the meaning. Flanita. What the heck is that? It's like that dude kind of thing. So and so. Like saying so and so. Yeah. Like such and such or whatever. I don't know. Something like that. That's funny though. Flanita. Google, you were wrong on this one. Just gotta say. Anywho, so that's that's my little what do you call it? Ooh, can't think of foot and mouth today. Okay, foot and mouth from years and years and years ago. So long time ago, I was married, and at that time I was married, and I was a photo major for a while. Then I changed it 20 million times. I changed it, but I was a photo major for a while. So when I was in college, I was in that department at that time, and I was in classes, and I was going here and there, and there was this one girl. She was really cool. But I think my foot and mouth got me. It wasn't really a foot and mouth because I meant it one way, but sometimes I'll mean it one way and it comes out a different way, and that's not the way I meant it. Oops. But it came out wrong. So I think we weren't friends or anything. We were, we would see each other in class here and there, and we weren't close or anything. But so one day I forgot what we were doing, and she saw my ring, and she had just gotten this ring. It was really pretty. It was very a simple setting. It was really pretty. I really liked the ring, and that was what I was trying to portray, that I liked the ring that she had on. So I gave her compliments. I'm like, hey, I love your ring. It's really pretty. And she was telling me a little bit about the whole situation, but she turned around and says, yeah, but your ring is so pretty or something. And I said something to the effect of, yeah, but yours is simple or plain or something. And that's not what I meant. Like, not plain that it's so plain that it's not pretty. I was just telling her that it was very simple, but it came out wrong. Like, it came out like, oh, yours looks too simple kind of thing. Because, mine had a few diamonds and it was really pretty. And so the way I said it was basically like, yeah, my ring is prettier than yours kind of thing. That's how I think it came from her perception. I think that's how it seemed that I said it. And that's not how I meant it, but that's how I guess it came across. And so, yeah, I don't remember her talking too much in class after that. or to me more after that. So, and, but that's not all I meant. I really liked her ring. It was really pretty. And yeah. So that happened. Not a good time. So, anyways, I challenge you to do something really nice for somebody. Just call somebody up. That's going to be my challenge. Call somebody nice, okay? And tell them, just say something nice to them. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. That's how you get through. Get through to them by saying, hey, I haven't talked to you for a while. I'm just wondering how you're doing, and I'm just reaching out. Sorry, I'm working at the same time. So I'm trying to, well, I wasn't working because I was during my break, but now I'm not on break. Oh, look, they look like little bunnies. They're gonna kiss. Oh, okay. I got issues this morning. Yeah, you can't blame it on me though. Let me tell you. Oh, I'm gonna tell you the nice little thing. So I sometimes have yogi tea. I'm drinking some yogi tea, and this one is called Sweet Tangerine, if I'm not mistaken. This sweet tangerine it's supposed to give you energy and also release stress. Relieve stress, I think. Yeah, I think it is. But anyway, so it's giving me energy this morning. But I was reading the back of this little tag or whatever you want to call it, and I thought it was really, really cute and special. Maybe we should talk about it in the next meeting, or in the next meeting, in the next video. So it says, many paths lead to the same destination. It doesn't matter how you get there, which is really, really funny because I was talking, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Many paths, I'll repeat it back to you just to make sure we all have it. So it says, many paths lead to the same destination. It doesn't matter how you get there. So I think I mentioned a couple things like, no, I don't think I mentioned anything. But anyways, not everybody goes in the same path sometimes, and it's okay. If you are an older person who has recently just gotten divorced and is now like, oh, what am I gonna do with my life? Find that hobby. Find something that you think that you will enjoy. And in life, you have to look for, you're gonna have good times and bad times, right? That's guaranteed. Change is the only guarantee, because there's always gonna be change, right? So I know not everybody likes change. Some people, like myself, sometimes, depending on how they are, like change. Sometimes it depends on the situation. I think I like more change than not. So, because that's just who I am. I get bored with the same things and the same routine. I just get bored. So I change little tiny little things. Oh, or I'll do something crazy like, oh, I woke up and today I'm going to be a pesco vegetarian for 8 years. Done that too. So, but sometimes you need little changes, and sometimes you need something to just push you. Maybe you have a trip in mind and you're like, you know what, I want to go on this trip, right? So plan it. And if you're like, well, I don't want to go by myself, there are people out there that are willing to travel with you. There's a lot of people, and sometimes just get to know other people. Open yourself, even if it's just a little bit, because sometimes when you share, you don't need to be sharing everything in your life. I'm not saying that. But sometimes if you share just a little bit, it pushes somebody else who you may be talking with to share a little bit with you. And then you're having some kind of open communication, and then maybe you find something in common between both of you. And that's how you get conversation flowing. That's how I get conversation flowing a lot. Sometimes I have to be the first one to open up. Sometimes people come up to me and they share all this information. I'm like, what the heck? Which is okay, because then I feed off of that. I'm like, okay, I feed off of that. What I mean is, like, I'm like, oh, okay, so let me see what I can share. You don't have to share everything, but you can share some stuff. So, anyhow, that is my little message for the day, courtesy of Yogi. Yogi, if you want to sponsor me, go ahead and sponsor me. But anyways, seriously, I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. It's beautiful over here. I don't know where you're at. Even if it's rain, find something special in the rain. You know, the trickle of the rain is very soft and comforting sometimes, and will put some people to sleep. So maybe there's that. Or, you know, you can do stuff in the rain too, like splish splash in the rain. So what if you do it and people are looking at you all weird? The other day I walked out of my house dressed like a unicorn. Asked me if I cared. No, didn't care. So people are like, what is wrong with this chick? So many things are wrong. But it's okay. I know I'm a little different sometimes. Sometimes I'm the same. Sometimes I'm not. It doesn't matter. It goes the way the ball falls, the way it falls. Whatever I feel like doing at the moment, and it changes from second to second sometimes. Sometimes it changes form. Takes a while to change or whatever. Like, oh, I like this. Oh no, I don't like this. Which ship do I get? I don't know. Get them both. Or no, push the button, whichever comes out first. That's what I do that a lot. If I can't pick between chips at a vending machine, I'm like, I want both of them. Okay, I either get both of them or, because I'm not supposed to, or I'll be like, just push a number, whichever comes out first. That's the one I'm getting. That's what I get. So, anyhow, I'm just going to send a little love your way. Hold on, let me wrap it up. I throw it your way. Just a little love. Just a little love. Just a little love. And I hope you have a great day. Okay, that's a lot of tea that made me all hyper this morning. Just saying. Anyways, have a great day. This is Tam from Wham. Here's Tam. Subscribe. Ring the bell. Whatever. You can do that if you want to or not. So, but anyways, have a great day.